Hi everyone, my name is Dee Roussel, also known as Deja, and today we're going to be talking about my reading and writing goals for 2023, and then for Kwanzaathon, day 7, I will be showing my vision board. Since I will just be showing my vision board at the end and maybe talking a little bit about it, I figured I would start with the goals because I do have quite a few writing goals and not as many reading goals. Next year, I want my focus to be more on my writing than my reading. I still want to read a lot of books, but not quite as many as I did in 2022. So first, I will talk about the reading goals since I only have 2 of those. The first goal that I have is to write reviews for every single book that I read. I have been really bad at writing reviews the past few years. I used to write a review for almost every book that I read, but then I think like 2020 happened and I wasn't reading as much, and so I just wasn't really writing the reviews. I really want to get back to it because it does help authors out a lot, and I do want to support authors in as many ways as I can. And the second goal that I have for my reading is to only read Black authors. And I don't want to say I've been struggling with this goal, but I have given it a lot of thought, and I think that this is a challenge that I really want to do for myself. I feel like I've been so limited in the books that I've been reading, and I know there's a lot more Black authors out there that I just don't really know about, and so I want to take the time to explore Black authors in all genres and categories and really find some new favorites. Now we'll move on to my writing goals, and I have quite a few writing goals. I'm not sure if I'm overreaching with some of these goals or if I'm just being too ambitious, but I'm thinking as long as I get a third of these done, I'll be okay, because honestly, I don't think any year could be as worse as this last year has been. The first goal that I have for my writing is to revise Project T, which is the sci-fi romance that I'm working on right now. The current draft is almost done. I feel like I'm gonna finish it the first few days of January, but I feel like I wanted to wait a few weeks before I jump into revisions, and then that will lead to my next goal, which is to have beta readers. Eventually, after I go through this draft and get it to the best that I can get it, I do want to send it out to beta readers. It's been a while since I've had anybody read some of my work, so this will be definitely something interesting. But I'm hoping I can find people that will tear it to shreds, because that's how you grow as an author. The next goal that I have is actually to write a lead magnet for both of my pen names. So this would be 2 lead magnets. And if you don't know what a lead magnet is, it is basically something that you give your readers or your subscribers or something to have them sign up to your newsletter. Most of the time for fiction authors, this is a short story or novella, or I've seen some of them give out writing booklet advice things. But what I want to do is have a story that will blend into the overall things that I want to eventually publish. So it's kind of like a short story or something that's in the world of the stories that I'm writing, but not necessarily you have to read this before you read that. Kind of going off of sending my Project T to beta readers, I did want to revise the book after beta readers, and I'm making that a goal because I don't think I'm gonna take all year to get beta readers, but I am gonna make it a goal that I will revise this project after I get all the feedback from the beta readers. The next 2 goals that I have is to write 2 completely new novels for each of my pen names, and I feel like this might be a lofty goal considering that it took me an entire year to pretty much write this one draft of Project T, and it's not even the best thing that I've written, but I'm still really hopeful that I will get this done because I've been thinking a little more about how I would want to publish things, and either way, I at least want to get a book out a year for each pen name. So that means I'm going to probably have to write 2 books in a year. So I'm really hoping that I will be able to do this, even if it's only a 50,000 word draft. I think I should be able to do this, but those are 2 other goals that I have. Kind of going along with that, I've been playing with the idea of writing a novella series, and I kind of wanted to play with the idea of a serial or something to tap into a new audience. and I'm not exactly sure what story I would have. I have 3 ideas that are completely different from each other that could potentially work in a serial format, but I at least want to get started on working on an outline for one of these. I do want to have something like quick that people could read, and yes, this could be like my romances, but considering how long it's taking me to do romance, I don't know. This is one of my softer goals that, like, it would be nice if I could complete it, but I don't know if I'm actually going to. The next few goals that I have are actually more about our like marketing, branding, stuff like that. And the first one is to actually get back on social media. I have pretty much not posted anything about myself since what, like the end of 2020, maybe 2021. Like, I've helped promote like other authors' works, and I've been part of like that marketing team, but I haven't posted anything about me or my writing in a very long time. And so I'm really hoping that I can get back to social media. I usually just stick to Instagram, and I made a TikTok this year even though I haven't posted anything, but I'm really hoping that I can get back on social media. But if not, I will still have this YouTube channel because this is actually something that I like doing. Kind of going along with like the marketing is that I do want to have a newsletter and a website for each of my pen names. I don't know when this will happen because I do want to have my lead magnets ready for those so I can have people like sign up and they get something. And I'm also trying to think about the newsletter thing because I don't know if I actually want to send like a monthly newsletter or something. And I know it's like probably one of the best forms of marketing, but before I even decide that I'm going to do that, I need to know like what I would even want to write in a newsletter, what people are even looking for in a newsletter. But that's another goal, like just solidify my author branding and like just getting myself out there a little more, which I have struggled with in the past. So I'm hoping that I will be able to put myself out there a little more and become more comfortable and share more things about me, my writing, my reading, and everything like that. And then one of my last goals is to solidify a publishing strategy schedule. I still don't really know if I'm going to go indie or traditional publishing, or even if I'm going to do hybrid. There's a lot of pros and cons with each, and I'm not sure whether or not I'm ready to go one route or another, and I don't know which one I want to start with. So I really want to solidify that because I do want 2024 to be the year that I actually start sharing my writing publicly. If it's like self-publishing or even traditional publishing, like putting myself out there and trying to get agents or something. But I really want to solidify that next year because it is definitely about that time. Like, I've been thinking about it for so long. I need to just have an action plan and just go with it. But that wraps up my 2023 reading and writing goals. So now I will switch to the Kwanzaathon Day 7 prompt. The Kwanzaathon Day 7 is actually hosted by Shay with the Hobbies and Britt Writerly, and of course their information will be linked down below. Today's theme is Imani, or faith, and they want us to make a vision board for 2023. So I've already made my vision board. I usually keep the same vision board for my phone, and sometimes I put it on my computer screen, but I've been doing something else. So it will just be on my phone, and I will print out some of the same pictures and have like a physical one. But here is the vision board that I created for 2023. My theme for this year is consistency, which I didn't actually realize was Shay with the Hobbies theme from 2021, I want to say. And at first, when I was trying to think of my word for the year, I was going to go with discipline, but I didn't really like that word because it felt really harsh. And so I was looking at my journal, which is the Vibe Planner from Wendy, I think her name is. And I've been getting her planners for the past 3 years, and I love them every year. Like this year, I think she went all out because there's 3 different ones, and yeah, but the tangent is over. I was looking in this planner, and one of the first pages, when you're first like getting into it, it says at the bottom that the word of the year is consistency. And as soon as I saw it, I knew that this was going to be my word, because I feel like a lot of the things that I have done in 2022 have not been consistent. Like, I'll start something and then I'll not complete it. And I will say that in October, November, I was consistent in some aspects, but I do want to work more on my consistency with my writing, my health related things, and my reading. I just feel like a lot of the things that are important to me I'm not really consistent with, and so I really wanted to have this as my focus. So if you're looking at my vision board, I think a lot of the pictures show like just kind of this easy flow of things because I don't really want to stress, and I'm hoping that by being consistent with like taking care of myself, by doing my writing, I'm not going to be as stressed as I was this year. But that is my vision board for 2023. I thank you so much for watching this video. I would love to know some of your goals for next year, what is on your vision board, or even just like New Year wishes that you have. But I wish you all the best for 2023, and I'll see you in my next video.